Right, hello everybody and welcome back to King Quasi. Today we're here with another tier list video and we are bringing you ranking the all of the Premier League clubs' stadiums. Let's get straight into it. Okay, we're going to get straight into it here with the Amex Stadium, Brighton. Pretty newly built stadium, I'm pretty sure. I think Brighton moved into this in 2011. I honestly think the shape of it is a bit off in my opinion, but I think the thing that goes with this is the away end. Now, I haven't been there myself, but away fans are pretty happy there. Atmosphere is pretty good, especially, when Brighton are winning the game, scoring goals. The atmosphere is absolutely brilliant there. I'm going to put it in really not too bad. I wouldn't say it needs work. I also wouldn't say it's shite. It's not class and it's definitely not a theatre, but it can get there. Next, we have Arsenal with the Emirates, and it's straight up going to go into class. There's nothing much I can say about it, but just the history behind Arsenal. The atmosphere is pretty strong there. Away end, I feel, is in a pretty good place, can hold a lot of people. And yeah, like the history, the story behind it, of course, with it being a massive stadium as well, it has to be up there. Has to. We've got Brentford's, I'm pretty sure it's called the Community Stadium or something like that. Very newly built, I'm pretty sure. All Brentford just moved into this. I don't know if it's newly built, but they did just move into it not so long ago. It's going to go into needs work. I mean, I wouldn't say it's all that bad. The atmosphere is really good. Away end's not too bad. But it needs work. It needs built on. If Brentford stays a Premier League side, I can say that's happening in the next couple of years. The stadium gets built on, we're seeing more seats being added, we're seeing more stands being added into the stadium. It still looks like, I'd say, a run-down Championship side stadium, or even close to a League One side stadium at this point. Next, we are up here with Norwich's Carrow Road, and I think the only thing that's going to put this just behind Brentford's is the atmosphere can be pretty good. If Norwich are scoring their goals, winning the game, we saw it against Manchester City 2 years ago, the atmosphere can be class. Against Newcastle as well, atmosphere was brilliant. The only thing is, we're never saying that because Norwich are doing so bad at the moment, we're not actually experiencing that enough. But let alone their fans are pretty good, I've got to admit that, and that's the thing that boosts the stadium. As well as needing work, I'd say obviously you just need a bigger stadium in total. I don't like these old run-down looking stadiums. A lot of teams now are getting newly built stadiums, just like Everton, for instance. We're next up with Chelsea's Stamford Bridge. I'm going to put it above Brighton, but it's not too bad. I mean, I wouldn't say it's class for a theatre or anything. It's not that bad. Still smaller than St James's. Atmosphere can be class. Champions League nights are brilliant there. What we've seen at that stadium before, you know what I mean? Abramovich done such a good job with it. How Chelsea have built themselves up from the past to what they are now, even if it includes money or not. We'll have to admit about the stadium. Atmosphere as well, brilliant. Away side, I feel like could be more in the middle of the goal, to be honest with you. But that would also have them surrounded by the home fans. That's probably not even allowed, I don't think, about with the allegations of the Premier League. Next year, Manchester City's Etihad. It's going to go in shite. Now, I'm not just saying this because of City don't have fans and the atmosphere is terrible. It's just not a nice stadium. It doesn't look nice. The only thing going for it is the size of it. That's the only thing going for it. The size and the colour. I would only say that. In that one moment with Aguero against QPR, Champions League nights there aren't too bad, although this season we've seen some pretty shocking scenes with their own manager asking people to show up to the next game. Yeah, no hate towards Man City, even though I do hate them, but your stadium is pretty bad. It's not just because of the atmosphere. The ground just isn't good at all. I don't like how big it is for what the club is, kind of thing. It makes sense to have a big stadium for it, but the fans, it just doesn't suit it. It doesn't sit with us. It does not sit with us. Next up with Burnley and Turf Moor, I'm pretty sure this is. It's going in shite. I mean, it's going below City. It's such old day. Apparently, a lot of the seats are wooden or something, or all of the seats are wooden. The away end's not that good. I don't like how high up the players are, the fans are as well from the ground. It just doesn't really sit with us that well. There's not much else I can say about it, and it's a very boring stadium, very boring club in general. Leicester City's King Power, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's going in class. A really plain stadium. The only good thing about it, I would say, is the atmosphere and the away end. The atmosphere is absolutely banging, and the away end, especially if you haven't seen the video of Newcastle fans there 3 or 4 years ago, you need to see that video because the limbs in the away end are unbelievable. So we're going to keep that there. Next up, we have Leeds' Ellen Road. I'm pretty sure this is Leeds' Ellen Road. I can't really tell what these stadiums are, but if this is Ellen Road, it's going in really not too bad. I'm going to put it above the Amex, just below Chelsea, I'd say. Atmosphere on point, absolutely brilliant. You know, I really respect Leeds fans that do bits with like the size of the stadium and everything. They just need to build on it. To be fair, I could put it in Leeds work, but I would be putting it above Brentford's, Burnley's, Norwich's, you know what I'm saying? So it's going there. Next, we have Goodison Park. I'm pretty sure this is Everton Stadium. I mean, I'm going to put it in Leeds work, I suppose, because it's technically getting worked on. They're moving into a new stadium in like 2 or 3 years. So there's not much I can say. It is very old and day, but the atmosphere there is pretty good, and the away end is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, with the pillars in the way and the roof being really short and everything. But apart from that, it does need the work on it, which they're technically getting. Crystal Palace's Selhurst Park. The only thing going good for this is the atmosphere, I'd say. Atmosphere, and that's about it. It's a pretty shocking stadium overall. Atmosphere puts it up there, though. I'm gonna put it in really not too bad, above the Amex. Just below Ellen Road, I think. Like I said, the only good thing about Selhurst Park is the atmosphere. I can't see anything else going good for it. The colours pretty nice. They always fill it up. Away end's a bit of a stinker. Apart from that, not much else I can say. Okay, next we have Liverpool's Anfield Road. And I have to put it in here. I hate Liverpool. I personally don't really like Anfield myself, but the atmosphere there is absolutely incredible. I would say, especially on a Champions League night, it's the greatest stadium in world football. The greatest stadium in world football on a Champions League night. Premier League home games, still a class atmosphere, but I just don't think it beats 1 or 2 stadiums that are still to come up. But it's going in theatre either way, so Liverpool fans, I hope you're happy about that. Okay, next we have Southampton's St Mary's. It's gone above the Amex, I think. Yeah, it goes above the Amex. Yeah, again, it's a playing stadium, but it suits Southampton. It's right on like that riverbank kind of thing as well, which is pretty suitable. Away end's very nice at St Mary's. I haven't been there, but like, you know, when the game's playing and everything, it looks pretty good. So I would put that in there. I do think Southampton in the foreseeable future should be getting a new build stadium, or building on St Mary's at least. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I don't know, what do I say about this, man? I wouldn't say it's a theatre. I would put it above the Emirates, though. I would put it at the top of class. I mean, the atmosphere is absolutely unbelievable, and for a new build, the look... I love how there's this stand at the back, and then you've got the stand above it. It's like a levitating stand kind of thing. It looks sick. We've got to put it up there. I wouldn't say it's quite a theatre, though. The atmosphere can be better. Away end, though, is very nice. Okay, St James's Park. Now, I'm not even being biased here, but I think St James's Park is a theatre. It really is. It's a theatre. I'm not going to put it above Anfield's, just because it's been 20 odd years since we saw Champions League football. I haven't been alive since I saw Champions League football, so it's hard for me to base off that, but I have to back the boys, of course. Very nice looking stadium. The away end, everyone complains about, like other teams complain about the away end. I understand that. Apart from that, there's not many complaints that I can have about the stadium. As soon as we get the Sports Direct banners down, we'll get the stadium a bit cleaner. I think it'll go above Anfield, and hopefully when we're in Champions League football as well, we can add on to that. Next up, we have Manchester United's Old Trafford. It's going in theatre as well. I'm going to put it below St James's, I think. It's called the Theatre of Dreams, or whatever they call it, but the atmosphere can be pretty dead at some points, I'm not gonna lie. I think they have like a whole section for like disabled people and medically like vulnerable people and stuff like that. Away end apparently is really good. I haven't been there, but I'm planning on going there in the next couple of years, definitely. So I'm looking forward to go to it. I mean, it holds the most amount of people in the whole of the Premier League, so it's got to be up there as well, just because of that. The history behind it as well is unbelievable. Okay, so we're going to move Villa Park now, which is class, but I can't put it above Leicester, I think. I can't put it above Leicester. The atmosphere's absolutely banging at Villa Park. Away end's not too bad. The only thing that lacks it, I think, is that I feel like it can be a tad bit more modern now. That might sound stupid, but I think now they've kind of set themselves in the Premier League. I can't see Villa going down for the next decade or something. They just need to build on that stadium. I feel like if they can do that, they'll get themselves there pretty easily. Possibly going up here, beating Tottenham, or into the theatre in most points. Okay, Watford's Vicarage Road. I personally love the stadium, but as a stadium, it's not up there at all. It's going to go below Elland Road, below Selhurst Park, below St Mary's, and below the Annex. I'm going to put Vicarage Road at the end of really not too bad. Away end's not bad. Atmosphere can be met. The atmosphere can be great, but then on other days, it's just absolutely lacklustre. They just need a right manager, the right team. I think it could be a banging stadium in the future if they keep it and if they add on to it as well. Going on to West Ham's London Stadium, or was it the Olympic Stadium, whatever. For the team they are building now, fair enough, they deserve a stadium like this, but when they first got it, I think it looked a bit weird, like a massive... They hold more people in St James's Park. It was just weird to see. I don't like the space around for like what divides the seats from the pitch and everything like that. I do not like that at all. Not that they can really change that, I don't think. The shape of it is also a bit off. I'm gonna put it in... I'm going to put it above St Mary's, but just below Selhurst Park. The only reason Elland Road and Selhurst Park are this high up is because of the atmosphere. And apparently West Ham Stadium, pretty dead atmosphere, but that will get worked on as they're getting better. They're playing in Europe now, which is mental as well. Then the last stadium, Wolves' Molineux Stadium. I absolutely love Molineux, okay? Apparently the way end's absolutely shocking, one of the worst in the leagues, but I mean, I haven't been there, so I can't judge them on that. But the atmosphere is unbelievable. And I just love Wolves. I don't know why I'm a Newcastle fan, but I just love Wolves. Their stadium fits in really perfectly, in my opinion. It's going in class, but just below Villa Park, I think. I think Villa Park, the atmosphere kind of outdoes them there. But that is the final tier list. What do you guys think? Comment some ideas for tier lists as well. And also comment your... if you have any questions about this, I mean, I think I've done a pretty good job. I think Chelsea's Stamford Bridge is a bit too low. There will be some people complain about that, but I think I've done it pretty well. I know my Newcastle fans out there will be disappointed in me not putting St James's as the top, but I do think Anfield just outstretches it. With them having European football at their stadium, I think that's the only thing that kind of outstretches us there. But yeah, anything I'll change? No, we're going to keep it like that. We'll keep it like that. Either way, everyone, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Like I said just before, if you guys have any ideas for tier list videos to make, or any ideas for videos in general, please comment them in the comment section down below. Apart from that, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.